Hello, welcome to my channel. Today is going to be day 12 of the 100-day challenge. Today I'm going to be working on these cute little tags that I made out of a piece of 6x6 cardstock. When you open them up, there's a little tuck spot that I put a little journal card in there. And I also have a couple sheets of paper to jot some notes down. I figured either we can eventually glue them down somewhere and be able to open it up, or stick them in a tuck spot, tuck them into a pocket like that, tuck it in like that to a pocket, something like that. So that is that. So I started with, I have some old sheets of some Tim Holtz paper. They're the 4x4s, the thicker cardstock. So when you cut them down, they are 6x6, but literally you could take any thicker sheet of cardstock and cut them out 6x6. If you don't have any thicker stuff, you could always take 2 sheets of regular paper and glue them back to back to give them a little strength. I just feel like you want a little more strength on these, just to give them a little bit of body to the pocket and stuff. So, all right, so I'm gonna show you how we did those. All right, so I have a couple more of the sheets from the same 4x4 that I cut out. I think I'm gonna do this one. I like the one with the dates here. Okay, so the second part of that I did was I took strips of thicker cardstock. It didn't have to be backed with anything because it's going to be glued onto the front here. I took this. This is also just shy of 3 inches, just so that when I would attach it, it would be able to close and be hidden in there. So I took one of these and I put it on, I cut it diagonally from corner to corner, which ended up giving me 2. And this is where I have my second one in here. So I had 2. This was originally like that. I then took and cut off the top, because once it would get attached and I tagged it, in that tag corner, this would be sticking out. So I'm just going to go ahead and snip arbitrarily just something off of there. Doesn't have to be any specific size. And we can go ahead and attach this into the corner. I am using a wet glue for this, so it sticks fairly strongly. I wish my fingers were strong today to squeeze this glue bottle. Okay, so we just want to do the side and the bottom. Oops. And we're going to want to attach it to the edge. There. All right, and we'll let that dry while we're working on the other parts. Oops, don't slide off. Make sure it's in there good. Okay, let that be. Okay. So the second part I'm going to work on is this cute little journal tag. I printed out some postcard sheets, blank ones. I actually got these on, I think, Tsunami Rose's website. In the original format, there was 4 on an 8x8 sheet of paper, but I ended up manipulating it to put 2 of them on an 8x8 sheet, so they are smaller in size. I thought those were cute to do that. And I also attached one of my faux whale tail tabs onto there. So, so I have these labels random that I thought would be kind of cute on a tag on that. So I'm going to go ahead and attach them to something a little stronger, and then attach the postcard onto the back of there, because these would just be 2 pieces of paper I think are too flimsy. So I do have. I have this. It's a little bit thicker. It was just a page in a source illustration book I had. It doesn't have to be blank necessarily, because the back of, I'll be putting the back of that postcard on here. So I could also use this book page. So I think we'll use the book page today because I think I like this one with it because of the greens and the yellows, and I want to leave a little bit of space around it like that. So when I put the postcard on the back, I do have a little bit of space. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this to the book page. All right. Come on, sticky fingers. And a little crooked, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna stick this, get those out of the way for now. All right, so I've got my one postcard from my batch. I think I might as well cut around this so I know what size I'm dealing with. So we'll cut one there, cut along there, and we'll do that. Okay. Cut the top off. Okay. All right, so now I pretty much know where it needs to go. Okay, I'm going to glue this postcard onto the back of that. All right, so if I wanted to trim this down, I could, because I left that extra room on there. But now I have a space that makes it equal there, which looks good. So, all right, I'm just gonna throw a little bit of ink around this. Ooh, piece of my ink pad. Or maybe that, I'm not sure what that was. Okay. All right, so that is going to slide in there. And I think I will put a tag on top just because of how it's situated on there. All right. So, see the exact one I want here. Maybe yellow. Okay. All right, so we'll get my glue. We'll put this up on top. A little bit angled just for fun. Okay. And there's that. Okay. All right, so before I add the paper into there, I'm going to go ahead and trim this corner. And we're going to duplicate the other corner the correct way. Okay. All right, that doesn't look too bad. And you can see why I cut that off, because now that is not sticking up to there. So, okay. Now, for the inserts, beginner's only lost. The inserts, I decided to just use 3 pieces of paper. I didn't want to make it a huge place to write too much because it's kind of a tiny little spot. Plus you got that if you want to write on it. So I just cut some random papers, coffee dye, ledger papers, just this, actually another postcard. I did these at 2.5 by 5.5. because the card was 6 and 3 for this figure. So I figured the 2.5 by 5.5 was a good indication of where it is. So what I did is I chose which 3 I wanted to have as my inserts. And what I did was I just lined them up here on the edge of both sides, and I trimmed it to duplicate the angle of the tag, even though it's not going to be up at the tag. I felt that it was probably not a bad idea aesthetically to have it inside like that. So, all right. So when I go to put this in and drop it down a little bit and kind of center it in the tag, I cut that a little too much of an angle, but that's okay. Then I think it looks nice that way. So I am going to attach it with the brad here. This one I have a really fancy brad in. I thought it just made it a little more high class in there. So all I did was take an awl. I'm going to go to my glue book here and use this as a spot, and I'm just going to eyeball it and push it in. Make sure it comes through. Now if you have a hole punch, you could definitely do that. The hole punch that I have is the big quarter inch one that you would probably put grommets in or something. I definitely didn't want a hole that big because I just want to put a brad in there. So, all right, so I'm gonna get out my brads and let's see. I have square fancies, and I think I'll just do a regular round one. Pretty much. Oh, round flower one, that'd be pretty. Nah, it's just dates. We're gonna just go with the plain round. Okay, go with the plain round one. Okay. All right, oh, and I also wanted to attach one of my chipboard tags to this. All right, so that's going to be the tag. This is for a special friend. So let me see. I think I have friend in my other half here. Ah, friends. There we go. Let's do that one. Okay, so I'm going to line this back up. I'm going to put that through there. Oh, he cuts it off. It's a little too big. Okay, I gotta find a smaller brad. All right, let's just use, oh, that's a cute little square. Okay, let's use that one. Okay, so we're gonna put that works. Okay, square brad. And papers. There we go. And tag. Little bit of a, need some octopus hands here. Plant that down a little bit. Okay, cute. I love it. Okay. Oh, and I didn't even think of when I saw this. When I put that one on top, it's got a lot of the same colors as this pot does, with the yellows and greenish blues in there. So very cute. Oh, I love it. All right, so decorate the front. All right, so let's take a little bit of, as I have this out, take a little bit of book page here. That always looks cute on that. Move my tags out of the way. right, glue this down. Now you could easily mass make this if you wanted to. Make all the tags, cut all the papers, make all those, and then go ahead and decorate all the fronts. But I decided just to do one, just to show how it did. But I would probably go ahead and mass make all these. All right, so let's find a bird. Oh, I see a bird with yellow. Is he too big? Might be a little big. I think I like him. Around the world I should have used on that tag. Okay. No worries. I have the Around the World book. I'm sure I can find another page that says Around the World on it. Okay. But the bird's flying around the world. I'm going to go with that. And open it from the right side. And I think that's a little too big. Norway? Sure. Why not? All right, and then I think I want a little stamp on here. Grab my stamp. I really need to make a stamp book. Keeping them in these bags right now are kind of killing me. All right, I don't think I want brown. Not blue. Might be something in that bag. All right, let's see. I hear a bird chirping out my window. I have a family of cardinals, which is awesome, who live right outside my window here. Oh, maybe I'll put that on there instead of the tag. I like that. Okay. All right, we're going to retire the tag. And we're going to put that stamp on there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to ink up this bird a little bit with some aged vintage photo. And glue him down. Oh, this glue stick is just gluey today. Okay, and throw just a ever so slight edging on that stamp. Get rid of this glue paper because it is messy. Okay. Have to work on that glue. Okay. And we'll put that stamp right there. Yeah, I like it. See, maybe I wonder if that tag would work now that I put it back. I'll throw the tag on the inside there, since I like the color tie-in. Salvage some of this glue. Not like it's warm in here and it's melting or anything, so I'm not sure what's up with it. Okay. All right, rub the glue away. Okay. All right, I like it. So if I wanted to, I could put another hole in here Put a eyelet in there, maybe some ribbon for the front there. I might do that later, but for now I think that works. Let's see it in action in a book. All right, so like I said, we can tuck it in like that, or just go ahead and glue it down into a page. Be able to write some notes, journal on the back of that. Got any more ephemera that you wanted to stick inside there, you could definitely add. I don't have anything handy, but if you had another piece of little ephemera that you wanted to stick in there, you could definitely do that. This even might be kind of cute. I might just go ahead and glue that together. There's another little place to write. Oh. Okay. All right, so there you have it. A simple, easy tag. Grab the other one here. With some nice places to journal on. Some ephemera holder, and there you go. I like it. So that's it for the tag. Oh, one other thing, I did want to show you a little sneak peek to my next project I'm quite excited about. Let me track it down. A little taste of it. The next project I have is going to involve these yummy fabrics, and I am a old scrapbooker. Now let me tell you, this was not even half of 1% of the papers that I have in there, but what I did was I tracked down some papers that were, maybe it'd be easier, that were basically just, I don't even call them grungy, but not really pictures, just textures, I guess would be a good name for it. Just textured rainbow colors, as you can see. I cut my 12 by 12 sheets down to 8.5 by 11, which gave me a 1-inch strip for great washies or to make collages with. It left me with then the side strips that are the 11 inches tall by, what is that, 3.5? 3.5, which are gonna make great tags. Just so many things I can do it with. And then what I also did was, I took those papers like this, and I was able to print on them. So this is an upcoming journal that I'm going to be working on from start to finish, where I took some of those papers, printed on the back of them. Going to add some other stuff. But yeah, so I am quite excited about this journal that I'm going to be making next, start to finish, for the springtime. We love to plant flowers in the spring, so I'm going to make a journal to document all of that. So that is something that's going to be coming up soon, but I just thought I'd like to give you a sneak peek of what's coming soon. So once again, easy tags and what's coming up. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope you took away something that you can use in your own junk journals. But for today, I'm going to call this day 12 all done. And I hope you have a wonderful and creative day. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video if you want to see the upcoming floral spring journal that I'll be making. Thanks again.